What is up, guys? Delboy here. So Dave Allen defeats Nick Webb by a 4th round KO. Firstly, I totally got this whole card pretty much wrong in terms of predictions. I'm going to start with talking about Nick Webb versus Dave Allen. Really pleased for Dave Allen. You know, one of the nicer guys in boxing. You know, he's got a cult following because basically he's a nice guy. He's a down-to-earth guy. He's got his problems, but you know, he soldiers on and he tries his best, and I think people find that endearing. And you know, tonight, or last night I should say, he finally got the big win, you know, and he scored a highlight reel knockout. The fight started with Nick Webb kind of taking the initiative. He was the guy pushing the pace, landing the harder shots. Dave Allen looked like he kind of slipped into his usual mode of being he kind of slips into sparring partner mentality, and that's what it was looking like in this fight. He was soaking up a lot of punishment in the first couple of rounds. He tried to land the odd overhand right here and there. He tried to sink in the odd body shot here and there, but for the most part in the first 2 rounds, Nick Webb was the boss. He was landing some hard shots, you know, some nice right uppercuts, right hands down the pipe. You know, he was well in charge in the first 2 rounds. In the 3rd round, although Nick Webb was still landing quite a few hard shots, I noticed he was noticeably starting to gas. He was a lot more fatigued than Dave Allen. Dave Allen himself looked fatigued. You know, both of these guys came in the ring in not very good shape, it's got to be said. But, you know, Nick Webb, to me, he did look fatigued, and I felt that Dave Allen in round 3 was starting to close the gap a little bit more. You know, he landed a couple of good shots. I think there's a right hand in round 3 that actually kind of buzzed Nick Webb, and it was kind of a sign of things to come. In round 4 was when Dave Allen knocked out Nick Webb, and to Dave Allen's credit, the knockout was actually set up really well. You know, Dave Allen doesn't really have the reputation of being a really sort of exquisite boxer with great skills, but to be fair to him, the knockout was set up really well. He kind of led with a left uppercut to the body, kind of on the belt line, and he then follows up with a lovely overhand right, because the body shot kind of dropped Nick Webb's guard, and he follows up with an overhand right, catches Nick Webb bang on the chin, and it drops Nick Webb hard. He's kind of trapped in the ropes. His neck's like on the lower rope when he dropped, and you know, it looked kind of brutal. You know, Nick Webb tried to get up, but he was on unsteady legs. He kind of fell over, and that was all she wrote. Really good knockout from Dave Allen. Really well set up. Really textbook stuff. So credit to Dave Allen for getting the job done. Really one of the feel-good stories of the year for me in boxing. You know, Dave Allen, we all know he's limited. We all know he's battling his own demons, but it was nice to see him get a big win. And I really hope he builds on this. He was saying that he wants to take a long break, maybe for the rest of the year. I think that would be a good idea. You know, freshen himself up, you know, get his head cleared and come again in the new year. You know, really make a go of it, because he's in a position now where he's coming off the biggest win of his career. You know, he's in line now for a final eliminator at the British title. So now he needs to take it seriously, you know. In the new year, I want to see him in better shape, you know, shed a few pounds, work on his technical skills, and see where he can go. Credit to Dave Allen for really giving his career a new lease of life. In regards to Nick Webb, again, he needs to go back to the drawing board, work on his defence. Again, shed some weight because he's carrying some excess timber, and he was gassing noticeably in this fight. So I think he needs to lose a bit of weight, work on his defence, maybe take a little bit of a break also, and then try again in a few months' time. You know, maybe Nick Webb should be fighting at Southern Area or English title level. He's not ready for British title level just yet. He's really not. So yeah, he needs to make some improvements. We'll see where he goes, but credit to Dave Allen. Big win for him, and couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. So I'm pleased. One of the feel-good moments of the year for me in boxing. What do you guys think? Peace.